Hello, I'm IBX and this is my first impression Snash review for the free game with gold for the first half of August 2014, and that is MotoCross Madness, as you can probably see up there, on fire. And yeah, this is one of those games you've probably never heard of before. In fact, I can almost say definitely never heard of before, and you might be wondering, is this a filler game, or is this a real good game that I've just never heard of? And that's the question I'm going to be hopefully answering today, in a way you might not expect. So basically, this game, the first thing you'll notice is that it uses the Avatar Fame Star system. You can see that in the bottom right, as well as from the menu option. Basically, this means that you get challenges which go across all the games and give you like a score across all the games that use it, which is always nice. And it also means you can use your avatar in the game. As you can see, my avatar's there on the bike right now, and he's an awful avatar, but that's why I love him so much. And basically, you can use your avatar instead of just a typical racer, which I think is a really nice touch of some games. It makes some games feel cheap to me, but this is, a good example of actually good in a game. So, what we're going to be doing is we'll be showing you a few different parts of the game, because there's 4 separate modes, and each of those modes has 9 tracks, 3 from Egypt, 3 from Australia, 3 from Iceland, which basically go down in difficulty as you go through them. So we'll be showing you one type from each of the different continents / types. We'll be showing you some rivals, we'll be showing you some track session and some exploration, because race, you have to go around a track 3 times in a row. It's just racing against other people, pretty simple. Rivals is basically that, but it's 1 lap, so it's a lot simpler. It doesn't take 5, 6, 7 minutes to do a single course. Exploration is looking around for skulls to actually get the medals. As you can see, not so great at it so far, because it takes a lot of time to do so. And then we've got track session, where you've got to get loads of points. Kind of like, yeah, it's basically a point scoring mini game. It's one I find pretty fun so far anyway. So yeah, we'll start off with our rivals, I guess. So we'll show you Iceland first, even though it's the last one to unlock, because it's the most harsh, and then you can see the game get easier maybe, I don't know. But yeah, we'll just show you a quick sprint on Fire and Ice, the Iceland stage. So we'll talk more about the game stuff later. I just want to get straight into some gameplay, because I know that's something a lot of people are really concerned about, because honestly, from the first gameplay, you can tell a whole bunch about a game, and I'm hoping this game's a little bit more deceiving than that, but yeah. So yeah, in Motocross Madness, you are riding a bike, and you have to just basically do the things I just said, and in the race and stuff, it's just getting to the finish line first, which means speed is needed, really. It really is as simple as that, but then the game gets a little more complex, because it starts you with just a simple circuit that you just have to drift around corners and whatnot, and the ovals slowly get more and more complex, until you get to courses which look a little bit like this. So as you can see, if you look at the minimap on the bottom left there, sorry, it gets a little more complex, and there's a lot of places you can fall off, and you have to be a little more careful. But honestly, just driving the bike around, if you didn't care about boost and whatnot, it wouldn't be too difficult. But where the challenge comes in is performing tricks, getting coins, and collecting boost stuff. I'll just quickly show you when one comes up. These are all the coins you can collect. They just give you more money. They don't have any actual effect on the race, but these are the boost power-ups, which are usually placed in difficult places to get, which reward you for doing slightly more risky things. And as you can see, I just did a trick there. Whenever you're in midair, you're very much encouraged to do tricks, because doing tricks gives you boost, and of course, boost is the word. It's a really significant way to get ahead of people. If you look at my speed counter there, it goes up rapidly whenever I use a boost. I'll just quickly use it right now. I'll probably go into a wall at like face amazing speeds. Oh, or maybe not. Okay, or maybe so. But yeah, so the boost is a really big part of playing the game well, and it's the difference between just keeping up the pack and soaring ahead like I am right now. So that's always good. I'm impressed I'm doing this well on my first go. But yeah, as you can see, there's lava here, and it really shows the game gets more difficult towards the end. But basically, hopefully this is giving you a vibe for how the game looks, feels, and plays. It's not the most amazing feeling race game, because it is going for an arcadey feel, and I think it pulls it off just fine. Like, as far as just racing goes, it's a little dull, but when you add in all the other stuff, I think it makes the game bearable, and maybe even a little, I think it's quite fun in quite a lot of ways, because you're trying to get the boost, you're trying to be reckless, and it encourages you to, just be better than what you need to be. Like right now, I don't have to be doing all these tricks, but it's a fun way to be even more ahead, and that's something I like in a game, not capping your skill level and making you say, oh, well, you're this good, might as well just bully now. So yeah, as you can see, first place, gold achieved. So this is the time trial / rivals event. It basically just means time trial, and let's head back to the menu. So you'll notice as all this stuff comes up, that's like a million different things, the game is very heavy on its rewarding you system. So you get coins, or you get money, which allows you to buy new bike parts and whatnot. You get XP, which levels you up, unlocks new stuff like new bikes and new tricks, as well as new stuff like that. And then you also get the fame star points from the avatar system, as I said before. So there's just lots of stuff going on. Oh, and that's on top of your achievements. So you've just got so many bars going up every race. It's very rewarding, and if you like that stuff, and honestly, I'll admit that I like it quite a bit. It's very nice to just see it happen after every race. So as you can see, I just unlocked Rivals, the final course for anyway. So what we're going to do now is we're going to head over to the stunt thing, and we're going to do a desert course, so I can show you perhaps the easiest bit. So the courses actually play very different in each type, which is really nice that they put that much design in. Actually, before we go into that, I want to just quickly show you how the actual selection works. So you get to pick between 6 bikes. You might think they're all bad besides the one I'm using right now, but basically they all start at Class E, and they all just have different stats and different abilities to be upgraded to. So as you can see, this one's really good all round besides top speed. This one, the one I'm using right now, really good for tricks and acceleration, not so great for speed, but that's since I'm playing a lot of trick stuff anyway, and top speed is not something that matters too much to me, because boost is when I need top speed. That's why I have this. You've got this one, which is a little bit more focused on top speed and acceleration than anything else, and then you've got the Cyclone, which is entirely top speed, and then the one you start with, like this, and then this, which is a little more balanced across the board. So yeah, that's the bike system. I think it's a pretty cool one because you just slowly upgrade the bike you want to where you need it to be. This one's fully upgraded, but yeah, I think that's a cool little system. You also get avatar upgrades if you want to make your avatar look different for some reason, but yeah, that's what you've got going on right there. And that's how you can spend your money. That's why you're always looking for more money, and it's honestly a nice system. Like, I was enjoying upgrading this bike. I've obviously got it maxed out now, but it was fun to do until then. So yeah, let's show a trick session now. So this is the latest unlock in the game. You'll get this about level 8, so you'll play a lot of the game to get here. But I think this is where the game gets really fun, and where you could really see the potential of playing with your friends and, sinking hours and hours into this, guys. Because basically you're just given, you can go anywhere you want around the level. Everyone spawns in the same place, but you can go wherever you want. So as you can see, we spawn, oh well, it's not going to show us right now, but we all spawn on this hill up here, and we just do whatever we want to get the most points we can, and you get medals of various points, and let's hopefully get one of those gold. So just spawn right here, going right off the edge of the cliff straight away, and okay, let's just go down there, and the way you get points is you can do tricks, of course, which there's a lot of opportunities. I could have just done one right there, probably, around the track. And yeah, to get your tricks making more points, because I'm only getting 1,000 a trick, even for the better tricks like this one. Now it's 3,000 because they've got 4 times score on the left there. Basically, you have to collect these coins, and they will give you score multipliers. And it just adds up and up and up. And that's basically how you do it in this game. You gotta get the highest multiplier, and let's try and quickly do another trick. And the multiplier. Every time you haven't done a trick before it kind of wears down, and also when you bail out like that, which probably has screwed me a little bit. But let's see if we can win despite that. But yeah, as you can probably tell, versus the race where you have to do something really structured, there's just ramps everywhere for me to take advantage of, which is really nice. Let's try and get this 2 times coin just here. So yeah, let's just do lots and lots of tricks basically. Ow, and I'm really messing up today. But I'm sure you get the basic gist of why this can be really fun. It's got that kind of skating slash Tony Hawk thing where you can yeah, wow, that's the furthest I've ever launched myself before. But yeah, as you can see, it's got that kind of Tony Hawk kind of multiplayer vibe where you can just compete for the best scores, and it kind of has reasoning, and I am doing absolutely off. But yeah, I'm sure, besides the fact that I'm bailing out every 10 seconds, it's hopefully proven the point of how this game can be seen as pretty fun. So yeah, let's try and get this gold medal, at least a bronze one. Anyway, even running towards is something I'm pretty bad at. So yeah, as you can see, learning to handle is something that does take some time. Even if it seems quite easy, they're bikes. They're not ever going to be handling perfectly. And let's just keep this going. Ooh, okay, 3 times collected. And if we can get one more trick out there before the race ends, we should be able to get this up to bronze at least. Or at least just below a bronze. Is that? No, it's not a bronze yet. Come on. Okay, did we do it? Yes, no, we didn't. So yeah, that's the race trick thing. It's really fun when you get the combo going and you're like 10 slash etc time score. When you fail out a million times because you're under pressure to record, it's maybe not quite so fun. Just a quick disclaimer, I never claim I'm the best at things. So just quickly recap the game. I put about 4 hours in so far, and I've completed half of it, and I kind of like it as far as the game goes. It doesn't look amazing, but it's at the point where everything looks just good enough that you don't get upset with it. Like if you're like a graphic, if graphics are the most important thing to you, you'll probably notice they're bad, but if you're the type of person like me that puts gameplay over graphics but still kind of cares, it's at that perfect level where they're not too bothering, which is always something nice. So let's show you Australia now. We're going to be doing some exploration, so there isn't really too much for go. This is probably the most chill of the game modes, and this, if you know, everything you've seen so far is really awful. This might be the thing that saves the game for you. So the idea in exploration is there's loads of skulls hidden around the place, and you basically have to collect those skulls. If you collect 3, you get, I think it'll just pop up on the screen right now actually. Yeah, 3 skulls gives you bronze, 6 skulls gives you silver, and 11 skulls gives you gold. That's how you win it. You have unlimited time to do this. You can come in and out at multiple points, and I think you might need the best bikes in the game to actually get all 11, because some of them are placed in really obtuse places. Let's hope he finds you one. But yeah, just a quick look at the game. It looks like really like not amazing. Like it's not on the pinnacle Xbox 60 looking game. Pinnacle of Xbox 60 graphics games. But as you can see, most of the time, except when textures get weird, the game does look all kind of good and pretty and stuff. And that's something I kind of value in the game, because it doesn't have to be amazing and blow my mind. It just has to be like, yeah, that's acceptable. I don't hate this, which I know is a weird thing to say. Oh, also when you're doing exploration, as you can see on the minimap there, there's like all 3 tracks in a row, but you can just go, I'm probably going to die when you can just go from one track to another at will, so I can decide, oh, I'm probably not finding any more skulls here, let's just quickly jump over to this track. Except I think this one might be more difficult because of how much lower down this is. Probably going to bail out again, and, oh no, wait, okay. So yeah, we're going to move into another track right now, we're going to, oh god, that was awful. But yeah, hopefully you get the point. Let's actually try and find you a skull quickly. So to give my overall opinion of the game, I think it's a pretty good game. It's definitely one worth a download. It's definitely one worth a download. It's pretty fun. The amount of, like, when you bail out, there's like rewards for getting certain like distances, so even if you're messing up at the game, it's still kind of fun, and I found it kind of funny just to bounce off the invisible wall. Well, it's not even invisible wall, it's a visible wall, and they're just mapped there. Maybe that's what you'll enjoy too. I cannot. Oh, there's a skull. Okay, let's try and. No, that's not a skull at all. Let's just get back. But yeah, I haven't found a single skull yet for some reason. On the other tracks, I found quite a lot more. But hopefully, you get the basic gist of it. Looking for skulls around where they should be somewhere. Oh, there. You can see a skull in midair there. They're on fire. You just have to try and work out how to get it. I'm sure if I'd done that at the right angle, I probably would have. Let's give it a nutshot. So yeah, that's this game in a nutshot. Motocross Madness. It's fun. I like it. It's not the most serious of games. It's a very arcadey game, but it's one that if you have a couple friends or even without friends, it's a fun little experience for a while. And it's definitely a good game to have on there, just as a filler game, kind of like Battle Block Beta. So this definitely isn't the best game coming this month because we have Dishonored coming later. But it's definitely a fun one that you should at least try and download because it's free forever once you do, and it's a really great game in my opinion. Or it's like an 8 out of 10, I'd say. So that's my opinion on this game. Looks great, plays pretty good, and there's about 8 to 10 hours worth of stuff to do if this is the type of thing you're looking for. I hope you enjoyed this first impression / review. It's somewhere in between, that's why I call it like first impression / review. And if you have, you can like the video, let me know, because lots of people like seeing these every time a game comes out. I might cover the Xbox One games of gold this month, I'm not entirely sure, they're both, I haven't played them yet, I'll look into it. And yeah, share the video if you really liked it, and here's an outro.